Hey guys, welcome to Ladylike. I've got a special host back tonight. I've got Chole Carpenter. She's interning this summer with Texarkana Gameday, so I'm really excited to have you back.
Happy to be here. Tonight we have on the show 3 Texas High tennis girls. We have Brandy Elridge with CASA and Amanda Rogers from Grit Fitness.
Yeah.
Tongue twister.
Yeah, we've got all the athletic girls and then some volunteer
Some variety
type.
here.
Yeah. It will be quite a variety. I'm excited about it. So what all did you do this weekend? I know you've always got something exciting to tell us.
Well, not too exciting, but I went to Austin this weekend just to kind of hang out with some friends.
Okay, and that's where you go
Catch
to
up.
college, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. But, so I guess since we're talking about it, now would be a good time to plug in some of my favorite places to eat in Austin since I went to these places this weekend. First place, Gordo's.
Okay.
It's a little misleading at first because they make everything out of donuts.
Okay, is this like a lunch place or dinner?
You can any time of the day.
Okay.
So here's an example. You can get one of their donuts with Nutella and strawberries on it, or you can get a burger with the donuts.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
This sounds very extreme.
Yes, amazing. My favorite is the Monte Cristo,
Okay.
wrapped in donut dough and deep fried.
Oh
Yep.
my goodness.
Yep.
This sounds sinful.
Yep. So that was good.
Okay, so that's what you got this weekend,
So
I assume.
go to Austin, looking for a good breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Gordo's. And then, this is a staple. Everybody knows about this, or at least should know about this. Matt's El Rancho,
Okay, I've never heard of this one either.
the best Mexican food ever.
Okay.
You go and you're expecting an hour plus wait. But if you get an hour and 15-minute wait, then you're doing really good.
So you're excited if you can get in there in an hour and 15.
If you want to eat by 9, you got to get there at 7:30 at the latest.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, but it's worth it.
Is it Tex-Mex or is it authentic Mexican food?
I don't know what the difference is.
Well, okay, so what do you eat there?
Tortilla soup.
Okay.
Tortilla soup, Bob Armstrong queso is what it's called. Queso with, like, ground beef and guacamole in it.
Ooh.
And then you stir it all around.
Sounds delicious.
So, yeah, those are my food plugs for today.
Okay. It sounds like I need another trip to Austin to try these because I've never heard of either one.
I've got all of the styles of food you're looking for.
Okay.
If you're looking for something.
Okay. I'm going to have to remember that for the next time that I'm going to Austin.
Yes.
It's exciting. Now, when do you go back for the fall for school?
I'm thinking August 8th.
Okay.
So
that's
far.
pretty soon.
I know.
Like 2 weeks?
We've still got to find some matching throw pillows to go with my comforter, but me and my mom are having a really hard time with that.
Uh-oh.
So we might not get that done.
So you can't go back until you get the matching set?
Nope. That's the most important thing on my
Gotcha.
list right now.
I gotcha. So no more trips back until you're back for good?
I wish, but no. I'm
Okay.
getting... Oh, here's something else. I'm getting my wisdom teeth out on Wednesday, so 2 days from today. So I'll be out of commission for a few days.
That's why you splurged this weekend.
Yes.
I got you now. Well, now that you've got me hungry, I guess I'm going to have to wait for the rest of the show to eat because you've got my taste buds really going. Did you have anything else you really wanted to add before we get going?
There's so
or-
many things I could talk about, but that's all I can think of.
I don't think I can handle any more food talk. I guess we'll take a quick commercial break and then we'll be back with the Texas High tennis team.
So we are back with 3 Texas High tennis girls, and so I guess we can just go from left to right. Introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Lakin Austin.
I'm Marley.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No.
No, you're good.
I'm Marley Bledsoe.
And I'm Maddie Bixler. And yeah, we play for the Texas High Tennis team, and we're super excited about this school year.
And we are all class of 2023 juniors.
Yes.
Awesome. That was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
She's a pro. Well, I'm really excited y'all came on. I reached out to their coach, Ann Tarwater, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and so I wasn't sure who she was going to send on, but she really recommended you 3. So that shows y'all are really good students and tennis players. That says a lot about y'all.
We love Coach Ann
Yes,
and Coach
we
Watson.
Now, Coach Watson, is that like an assistant coach or?
He's the head coach.
Oh, he's the head coach.
Yes.
Okay. See, I don't know that. I just know Miss Ann. So.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
He's our boys coach mainly.
Okay.
But he is also the head coach. Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha. So he coaches y'all too then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect. How long have y'all been playing tennis?
Didn't we all start around 6th grade?
Mm-hmm. It's like we're coming up on 4 years, 4.5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all start playing in school or did you start on your own
Like
with
country
private
club?
lessons? Yeah.
I started taking lessons with Coach Ann, and yeah, so that's how I started playing tennis.
I started taking lessons from Coach Watson, and then now I take from Jim Turley, but I started at school and then started competitively.
Okay.
I started in 6th grade, and then I started taking lessons with Coach Ann in 7th, and now I take lessons at the country club.
Okay, cool. Do you go to both country clubs or
Just Northridge.
just Northridge? Okay.
I took country club lessons when I was 6.
I always see those cardio tennis lessons, and I would love to go out there and do it, but I haven't played tennis in so long that it looks so intimidating.
Those
to
are
me.
so much fun. We
Yeah.
go just to mess around and just hit some tennis
Yeah, I was gonna say
balls.
they both go to cardio.
Yeah.
I go at the I play at the college instead. but
Okay.
At Texarkana College, so.
Okay. That's awesome.
So do y'all have, like, what is your fall gonna look like? Like, this next year?
We've got a crazy schedule ahead of us, a lot of tennis, and we're super excited about it. The team coming up, there's a lot of young players on the team, but we're super excited about it. And once we start tryouts and our matches start, we're gonna have some tough competition, but I know that we'll be able to handle it.
That's awesome. Now, one of you, I think, was saying that tryouts are coming up pretty soon. Is that right?
Tryouts
Next
actually
week.
start next week.
Oh, my goodness. So do y'all have to try out for the team again each year?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am, we do.
Wow.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
tough.
It
Yeah.
is tough. It's very hot, but we make it through somehow. Yes, ma'am.
That's
When is like the most intense part of the year? Like, the whole time?
Well, it's pretty intense, but I think these next upcoming matches are going to be really
Yeah,
intense
these are gonna
because
be
we're
tough.
playing against Tyler Legacy, and then
Uh-huh.
we play against Frisco
Reedy.
and then we play some Arkansas teams like Little Rock Central and then Bentonville West. So
So are those bigger schools than Texas High?
I think the Tyler Legacy team is 6A, I'm pretty sure, and I think maybe the Frisco team is also 6A, but I don't know for sure.
So big schools.
Yes.
Yes, very big.
They're always
Yeah.
our toughest competition coming up. This year we've got all of our hard matches at the beginning, so after tryouts, it's like, boom, we're right into our season. But yeah.
Yeah,
Wow. I bet that's been some motivation to like keep your training going through the
Yes.
summer.
Right.
Yes, it has. It
Yeah.
very much has.
How often would you say y'all play a week when it's off season during the summer? Or is that even considered off season for y'all?
I mean, I'm playing pretty much every day.
Okay.
I'm trying to every day
Yeah.
at least. Yes, ma'am.
So like 5 days a week every day or 7 days a week every day?
We usually take the weekends off
Yeah.
unless we're doing a
unless we have a
tournament.
tournament.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
That's
Yes.
that's a
That is
lot
a
of
lot.
tennis.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's hot in the summer too, so
Yes.
like I said, but
And you run pretty much the whole time you play.
Right.
oh yeah.
So do y'all play singles, doubles, both? How does that work in high school tennis?
In fall, you play singles and doubles. Top 6 play singles, and then mainly everyone plays doubles. And then in spring, you're assigned a certain event.
So fall season is team. Like we play as a team, and it's a cumulative. And
Yeah,
then-
and then spring is like individual, so like you advance not with your team, but like with your partner or by yourself. So
See, I played singles in the spring, and they played doubles
Yeah, we
together
played
in the
doubles.
spring.
Cool.
And so, me and Maddie played doubles, I think, our freshman
Freshman
year.
year,
And then they played this year, so.
So they kind of switch up your partners then.
Right.
They do.
Right.
We
Every
are
year.
constantly kind of switching. And then we also have mixed doubles, which
Freshman year, I played mixed, so.
Okay, so that's a guy and a girl.
right.
Okay, yeah, I was
Yes.
wondering.
Yeah. So that's the cool thing about our team is we have girls and guys, which most sports don't. So it's really nice
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
have that.
Do y'all
super cool.
have plans, like, I know you're like just starting your junior year, but like for college or anything? Have you been thinking about that?
Well, I'm really hoping to play college
I
tennis.
would
Yeah,
love
that's what
to,
I
Yes,
remember.
it'd
but
be
I don't
so
know
much
if I
fun.
will yet.
But definitely trying to play college tennis and then work up to I'm trying to do therapy and like work with kids, and so hopefully like that will mix in. So
That's awesome. So like physical therapy?
yes,
or?
physical
Okay.
therapy or just anything therapy, kind of
Got you.
just.
I mean, there's occupational, speech, there's lots of different ways you could go with that.
Yes, ma'am.
Exciting. What about you?
I don't think I'm gonna play tennis in college, but I've loved my experience in high school tennis, so I'm excited to just play in high school.
Yeah.
Kind
That's
of play
awesome.
for fun every once in a while.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
I feel like tennis is also one of those hobbies that people can keep for a lifetime too. I mean,
Right.
you see women, well, and men for that matter, throughout their lives playing tennis and golf. I mean, that's
yeah.
sports that they kind of keep.
At the Northridge Cardio, there's anyone from any age. There's one lady that's probably around her 70s or 80s that still play. So
Yeah. See,
it's
that's
really
super
good.
cool to have a hobby and a sport that you can keep playing.
Yeah, not last summer because of COVID, but the summer before that, I played, like I said, at the college they have cardio too, and there were women of all ages there, and it was so much fun getting to play with them because you just talk to them about different things, and it's really nice to just have someone to talk to too.
Yeah, and they've got so much experience probably if they've been playing a long time. Yeah. So this year, I'm sure compared to last year with COVID, y'all are playing a ton more, right?
Right.
Oh yes, ma'am, a lot more.
Yeah. Are y'all involved in any other school activities as far as like, clubs or other sports?
I'm super involved in student council. So,
Okay.
And we're all in yearbook this year, so
Yes,
we're all
we
super
are.
excited about that.
Yeah.
Y'all are, yes, Maddie's the student life editor this year, and I'm the sports editor, and Lakin is
I'm
just
just
now
now starting.
in your book.
Cool.
But we're all, I think we're all in student council, and then in Rosebuds too, in Rosebuds Garden
Oh,
Club.
yeah.
So that's
That's awesome.
so much
I know
fun.
Stuco's big at Texas High.
Oh,
like a
very
big deal.
big.
Yes.
Very big.
Yearbook is too, or it was when I was
Yeah.
in high
Oh,
school.
it is. It still is.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. That keeps y'all really busy then.
Yes, very.
And if you're in student council, you got to keep your grades up.
Right.
So
Yep.
it's really good. It sounds like y'all are just killing it.
Yeah, trying to.
Did y'all have anything else y'all wanted to talk about or add?
Anything important we should know?
Yeah.
I'm just excited for this.
Yeah, we
this
are really
coming
excited.
up.
Well, y'all will have to send us some updates when y'all play. Like, if y'all win a tournament, shoot us an update or tag us on Instagram or Miss Ann can send it to us, however y'all want to do it.
We
That way
also
can
play
share
here
it.
too, so we play here a lot more than last year, I think maybe. But it's nice to play here too because then we have all our friends coming to watch us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, y'all keep us posted then.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yes,
will for
we
sure.
will.
Thank you
And-
for having us.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for coming on.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
And good luck this season.
Thank you.
Well, we'll take another commercial break and we'll be back with Brandy Eldridge from CASA.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
Hey y'all, we are back with Brandy Eldridge from CASA. I'm so excited to have her.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here, although I don't know anything about sports.
Well, you don't have to. I wanted you to come on just after hearing from you at the leadership conference. I was just so touched by everything that you said. And honestly, I mean, I felt I was just ignorant of just really the state of things in our own town. Just, you know, ignorance can be bliss. When you don't know better, you can't do better.
Yeah.
So I think it's something important to share with our viewers, and I'm excited to have you here.
Well, thank you. I can't wait to talk about it. I'm excited to be with this one. She was one of my former students, so it's pretty cool that she's getting to be here.
Reunited.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't realize you had taught before either.
So I was an administrator.
Okay.
Yeah, at Pleasant Grove High School.
How cool. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow, full circle.
Full circle. She was one of the worst students.
I
Not
wasn't
at all.
very good.
She was actually, look, if you're talking about like children and growing up and kids, like Chloe was the ideal student. Ideal everything, like everything. She was a perfect student.
I'm glad now that my parents know.
That's right, Kevin and Stephanie.
Now they
She
can
was
believe
perfect.
me.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I think she's great now.
And I found out today, actually, that you were the reason that my aunt and uncle met. Is that true?
This is true.
Or is this, yeah.
This is true. I have a thing for setting people up, and I can say it worked twice. That there's still two people are still married. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we were teachers. Her aunt and I were teachers in Dallas, and we were roommates in Dallas. And I said, "Hey, I know this guy in Texarkana. I think you guys should meet." Yeah.
And they're still
That's
married
crazy.
now.
Oh, yeah.
3 kids later.
Oh, yeah.
How cool.
So I have matchmaking skills if anybody needs. No, I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
Now they have Hinge and all this swiping left and stuff, and so it's different. But
If you wanted to do it the old way.
if you want to do it the old way, call me. I'm a matchmaker.
So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so I'm the executive director for now. In a month, I will not be, of CASA for Children and Texarkana Children's Advocacy Center. And so we have 2 nonprofits under our roof, and a lot of people confuse the two because we're an umbrella agency, and we also are in both states, Texas and Arkansas. So if we really break it down, we're 4 nonprofits under one roof. So CASA is one side, and Texarkana Children's Advocacy Center is the other side. So when the hotline is called, and an investigator comes out to interview children that are being reported on the hotline, they usually bring them to our center. So we do a forensic interview in our center. We do a sexual assault nurse exam in our center. We offer therapy for the children if they need it. We offer it to their families if they need it. We offer lots and lots of services for children that have been abused. On the other side of CASA, court-appointed special advocates, and that is if a child is taken out of their home and put into the system, into foster care, then we put them with a volunteer. And then that volunteer stays with the child throughout that journey. I'll start crying. I always do. So, sorry, I've done this a billion times, and every time I get to this part, I start crying. So just last year, we've served over 1,200 children in Arkansas and Texas, in our counties, and about every year it goes up just a little bit. But even during COVID, we served over 1,100 children, knowing that kids were at home, stuck sometimes with their abuser, not being able to report. So it's really important to us that the community knows what it is we do and that we provide education to anyone who needs it, to any organization at all. We provide it for churches, we provide it for schools, we provide it for civic organizations, banks, anyone. We can come and do the training and just let you know, here's what child abuse is, here are the signs to look for, here's how you report about child abuse. If you are, if you have kids, if you're a neighbor, anybody qualifies for this, and it's free of service and free of charge. That's what we do. And then always we're asking for volunteers for the CASA side. We probably have 200 children right now that don't have a CASA volunteer with them, and that's always important to us that people know that just in our area that there are 200 kids possibly right now without a CASA volunteer that could use one. And there are so many organizations for the sake of one, for the call, that work with us, and we're so grateful to them to be able to do this work for children that need us.
Yeah. I think that's what I was just so shocked by, is that there were that many children who didn't have someone volunteering to go alongside them throughout that court process.
Yeah, and what we don't look at a lot of times is it's not just a baby, right? Like, it's teenagers, it's you know, tennis age girls that are in schools around the area that have been taken out of their home, and they've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
It's not their fault.
Yeah.
So when they're removed, the one thing that we can do is place a volunteer with them to let them know that it's going to be okay and that we're listening. And a lot of times these kids, you know, they're taken, they leave their schools, they leave their homes. Even if it's a bad home, they leave their friends and they're put into a home or a placement. And they just want to go back home. They just want to fly under the radar. They just want to be normal. And there's nothing normal about what's happened to them. And once again, it's not their fault. And so when people in the community, our volunteers, come in to stay with that child, it's a really beautiful gift of service that you can give. Oftentimes, too, children who are put into the system may have to leave and go to another home. They may have to, if there's an open foster home in Dallas, then they're moving 3 hours away. And so this volunteer stays with them and checks on them. And if they have to move again to another foster home, which sometimes happens, and they move to Houston, Texas, that volunteer stays with them throughout this entire journey. It's just really important. If we're not protecting our kids, you know, what are we doing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think something important just to talk about is, how can you get involved? How can you help in the smallest ways to the biggest ways?
Yeah. So the smallest ways, we have Women of Hope and Courage. That is just a group of women. I like to say they're like a PTA for the Children's Advocacy Center and CASA for Children. And they get together, and right now they're collecting gift cards for kids going back to school.
Okay.
A lot of times when we're going back to school, I know as a mom, I just spent like $300 on school supplies, right, for my 3 kids. And they want new shoes, and they want new clothes, and a new backpack. And so do kids that are in foster care. They don't want a pair of shoes that nobody else is wearing. They want what everybody else is wearing. They want to be normal. They want to not stand out and be any more different than they already are. So our Women of Hope and Courage, they're amazing women. I think we have about 200 women in the community that get together, and so they're getting gift cards so that we can put those in backpacks and give them to kids in foster care. They meet several times a year. We do fundraisers together. They also buy these kids Christmas presents. And once again, I love what the community does to buy Christmas presents for different children in need. When your child is not with you and they're in a foster home and they want just the same things everybody else wants. And a lot of these teenagers want Nintendos, and they want a new jacket. And so often we give them like a $25 gift card for Christmas. And like, what does that even buy nowadays, right? So these women get together and they give Christmas to these kids like they've never seen before. And they also give Christmas to the caretakers. Last year we had a lady who said she hasn't had a Christmas present in 10 years, and she was taking care of 4 kids. And so we were able to gift her with, I think she wanted a microwave and a bathrobe. You know, just small things like that the Women of Hope and Courage do. So that's on a small scale. On a big scale, we need volunteers in Texas and Arkansas. You can go to our webpage, or you can go to our Facebook page or Instagram page of CASA, CASA for children, and you can look, and we have information sessions. You can call our office, 903-792-1030, and ask what you can do to help, and we can get you all the information you need.
That's awesome. And then just, you know, while we're talking about it, if someone ever needed to report a child that they felt was in danger, how do you go about reporting that?
So there are 3 very simple ways. You can call the Arkansas hotline. I don't have that number in front of me. I should know it by now. The Texas hotline, or just call the police.
Okay.
And just, you know, don't do an investigation. We're not the investigators. That's what their job is. Call the hotline. You can Google it. You can ask Siri, hotline number. I wish I had it with me. I should have, and I should know it by heart. And just tell them you suspect something that's going on. Again, we don't need to do the investigation, so don't wait if you think, well, I think there's something I need to collect more information. That's not our job. That's what the professionals do. It's anonymous, so nobody will know that you called. They're just going to try to get some information with you so they can follow it up.
Awesome. I think that's really helpful to know.
Yeah,
So I think when you don't know it is probably when you do need to know it, you know?
Yeah.
But probably the easiest thing to do would just be call the police.
That's it. Call the police and say, I suspect something. They'll either give you the hotline or they'll give you somebody to talk to.
Perfect. Well, I really appreciate you talking to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's really a heavy topic. On a lighter note, I know you have other things you're involved in. I know you have a podcast.
I do.
Are you still going with that?
Yeah, so we took a little bit of a break, but my
Okay.
husband and I have a podcast. It's called The Beta, B-E-T-A, Male Revolution. And it's funny because we talk a lot that my husband is the beta in the relationship, I'm the alpha. And so who's going to start a revolution? It's not going to be a beta male. So that's kind of where the thing came from. And so it's really just talking about, we started off just talking about men that are not game day type guys. Like my husband doesn't watch a lot of sports at all and doesn't know a lot about sports, but cheers on the Hawks. Go Hawks.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just a soft guy. He's a therapist, right? And then there's this other person in his life, me, who's like, go get them, let's do everything, let's go everywhere, let's touch everything and drink everything and eat everything, and let's, and it's just a different dynamic. And so it's just giving men permission to be who they are and women permission to be who they are. And so we kind of talk about life in general, kids, religion, faith, deconstruction of faith, people who we think are interesting. And we took about a 3-month sabbatical, and now we're back in business. So
Awesome.
yeah, listen to it.
I'll have to check
Apple
it out.
Podcasts?
You can find it on any podcast you want. We just
Okay.
hit like 12,000 downloads, I think. So you can
Wow.
find it on any of the places you listen to your podcast.
Super cool. I tuned in. I guess it was y'all's first episode. Casey had told me about it. And
Okay.
so I listened when y'all first got started. That's how I knew about it. But I'll have to check it out again now that y'all
come
are back
on.
going.
Yeah. We are always looking for guests too. So
Super cool. So what's next for you?
I am finishing up my doctorate at University of Southern California,
Wow.
Fight On Trojans, and I am leaving this great work that I've gotten to do for the last 4 years, and I'm leaving it with the most talented and amazing women at the center. So we're leaving it with 4 different directors, and
Okay.
they're kind of splitting it because we do have 4 different nonprofits under one roof. And these women that have been doing the work for a long time are smarter and better at it than I am, and they're going to do better, greater things and serve more children. I'm going into full-time consulting and coaching with helping other nonprofits in business and management and small businesses and organizations and their culture and streamlining systems. It's nerdy and I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's about it.
Well, it sounds like that's a plenty.
It is a lot. It is a lot, but
Yeah.
I'm happy to do it, and I'm really grateful for the work that we've been able to do in the community. And I'm really grateful for the community. Like, our community is so supportive of child abuse help and prevention education. The Women of Hope and Courage and our volunteers, we have the best volunteers around, and people like Texarkana Gameday, that this isn't about game day, but it is about kids, right? And so that you guys would bring me on to talk about it and ugly cry about these kids that need our help. And just the support from every which way we come from. When you talk about the services that we give, we're really grateful to be able to give all of our services for free, because the last thing children and families need to be worrying about during child abuse is having to pay for something. So we appreciate Texarkana Game Day. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. We're glad you came on. It's something really important to talk about.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we wish you all the best in
Thank
your
you.
next
I
endeavor.
appreciate that. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you.
Yes. Well, we'll take another commercial break, and then we'll be back with Amanda Rogers.
Right now at all Greg Orr Auto Collection locations in Texarkana. Shop from your phone, online, or in person, and make no payments up to 120 days with record low interest rates, drastic price reductions, and huge incentives on our vast and pristine selection. Plus, for sales or service, we will even pick up and deliver your vehicle to you. For all the money-saving details, please visit gregorauto.com. That's gregorauto.com.
We are back with Amanda Rogers with Grit Fitness.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, I'm grateful that y'all have me on here. This is awesome.
Yeah. So, introduce yourself, maybe?
Okay, I am Amanda Rogers. I recently, about a year ago, opened a little fitness boutique called Grit Fitness. Right before the pandemic, that was a great idea. But 6 weeks, I mean, like, who would have thought? 6 weeks later, we had to close. But we have reopened, and it's super fun. It's a women's only fitness center that we only offer group fitness classes. They're typically about 55 minutes, but like I said, it's women's only. We're not open when we don't have classes, so it's kind of like a different concept. But it's a really neat service for I feel like for Texarkana. We have wonderful facilities just all around Texas side, Arkansas side already for gyms, but this was kind of a different take on not really having a gym open all the time, but just doing the group fitness classes, and it's really taken off. I feel like we've had a great response. So
I'm glad I know about this because I've been trying to find something like that in town.
It's fun. It
Or
really
the girls thing, class thing.
Yeah. We offer several different styles of classes. We recently just started spin, which was kind of like I told my husband if we made it to a year, we're gonna invest in spin. So it was kind of like a milestone for me to reach after closing down for a pandemic and still being able to hit that like 1 year mark and get the spin bikes. I was like, we've arrived, Drew. We're here. So it was really neat. But we do boot camp, yoga, bar, all kinds of different levels of fitness. So
Yeah. And y'all have classes mornings, evenings?
We do.
Really? All times.
We've tried to offer kind of an array for all the different, which it's kind of hard to find that happy medium of like what is the best time for everybody. But we offer 5 a.m. classes. We offer, right now our summer schedule is excellent. It's 5 and 6 a.m., 8:30 a.m., 4:30, 5:30, and 6 p.m. A lot of times all of the instructors also like work a full-time job during the day. So most of them are teachers. So we go back to a different schedule in August. It'll be 5 a.m.s, some 8:30s, 4:30s, 6 p.m. So, and then we have weekend classes as well.
That's awesome. Now, do y'all do childcare there too?
We do.
Okay.
I know. It's kind of like the big deal. It's free childcare. There's no sign-up fee. There's no contract that you have to sign. It's kind of like I said, it's a weird concept. A lot of people are like, how do I do this? But really, you just go online to our website. If you find a class that you want to take, you just sign up for that class, buy a pass for that, and then, there's really no big tie to it, which I feel like a lot of people can appreciate just because, and then we also have a childcare, so you can bring your kiddo for free. And that's just, I don't know how moms, because I have a 1-year-old, and I don't know how people do it without having that childcare. It's been a great key and a great tool for a lot of people who said that they weren't able to, they wanted to work out, they just didn't have anyone to watch their kid, or they didn't feel comfortable bringing their kid into the gym, so we do. It's a great question.
I figured you probably had childcare just because of the fact that it was a women's only, facility.
Right.
I figured.
Yeah, and we've had the best little childcare providers to watch over the kids. They genuinely love watching those kiddos. So the moms can, and we have probably about 4 or 5 people who help us in there, and they all understand that these mamas need that. They need their 55 minutes to, just get through all the things that we do. So
absolutely, and you leave, and then you can be a better mom.
Exactly. You walk in, somebody tells you what to do, and I'm like, that is my kind of 55 minutes. You tell me what to do, and then I'm done. So that was kind of what drew me to group fitness.
So if I wanted to book a class, how do I do that?
Okay, so
because I want to.
Yes, please do. Yeah, you would go onto our website at www.gripfitnesstxk.com, and you can click on our menu, and there's a schedule. And it will show you all of our classes for the entire month, what's left of the month. And you just click on the class and reserve a spot. It's as simple as that. And then you just show up. And most people are like, do I need to tell y'all or something? But you just show up, and since you've registered online, we have that. Okay. And any equipment that you would use, we provide. So I just say, just bring some water and a smile. It's going to be a good time. I know most people are like, what is this, y'all? Because I opened when I was 6 months pregnant. Another great idea. And then when they had the pandemic, but they were like, we heard there's a pregnant girl who's teaching some classes, and I was like, that's me, But it all works out. God has a sense of humor.
Yeah. And then you're also a nurse practitioner, right?
I am. Wow. I know. I'm also a nurse practitioner during the day, and I teach classes day and evening. So not every day, but I work for a group called Mid-South Transitions.
Okay.
So, and that was really kind of where I started. I graduated with my master's, and you kind of go through the motions of all the different things. And then I got this job that I loved, and I really do. I love being a nurse practitioner, but after a while I was kind of what do I do for me? You pour into all your people during the day, and then it was I need something for me. So I found a group fitness class in Conway, because we were living in Little Rock at the time, or Conway at the time. And like I said, it was my thing that I found that it was like 55 minutes where no one was asking anything of me. And I could walk in, do something for myself, and it felt so good.
Yeah.
So we moved back home, and I was like, Drew, told my husband, I was like, we got to do something. I'm like missing something, you know. And he's awesome. He was like, okay, I think it'll be great. I was like, okay, here we go. So here we are.
Yeah.
Do you like foresee any expansion in the future? I hear it's getting really crowded.
It is. I know. I'm like, I love this. Growing Pains, love them. I would love to. Nothing too crazy. Like, I admire the people who do like Mitten or the Sportsplex and like Legends. I think so much of Marshall and Cody Daly. But I don't want to be on that scale. But I would love to have like something a little bit bigger for like our circuit style classes. But then only have like our strictly spin studio, because that's really taken off. And then have another room that's more yoga bar. So I would love to expand. I'm kind of trying to nudge my husband, like, it's time, we're there, you know, we're getting there, because we really are. Our classes are filling up, and they just continually fill up, and so you just never know, like, are people going to enjoy this? Am I crazy for thinking this? But it's been such a neat adventure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wonder if one day you will get to stop the nurse practitioner gig and maybe go full time with your fitness stuff.
I know, and I've thought about that too, but I also love like being a nurse practitioner. I love helping, because I get to do a lot of transitional care when they leave the hospital, which is super neat. And it's a lot of older adults for the most part, and I love that. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like just as much this fitness stuff is medicine. And so much of like the mental health aspect, that's really what I love the most about the group fitness. But so maybe if I can find that like happy medium of like part-time.
Yeah. I think that's what's so cool about, you know, your love of nursing and also fitness. You're helping people.
Yes.
In both realms of that.
Exactly. Yes. And that's what I think of, like, oh, I didn't even realize this was like its own form of medicine.
Yeah.
But like,
so
gratifying. I mean, it's been neat.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yes. Thank y'all for asking all these good questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've got a fun little something to do.
Yeah, drum roll.
Yeah, I've got a cup over here for our giveaway. Yay. We're going to do it old school style.
That's perfect.
So we are doing a 4-class pass.
Yes.
A 4-spin class pass. And then
a contest.
a combo. The 2-class and 2 spin classes.
Yes.
So we'll have 3 winners. Do you want to each draw one?
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah. We're going to give it a good old shake.
Drum roll.
And Amanda, are you just going to contact these ladies?
Yes, I will contact whoever's on the, and I'll get your information into our Punch Pass system. So then all you have to do is just show up. I'll make it super easy.
And then they get to take some of these cool classes.
I promise they are so fun. So many people have questions like, what do I expect?
Okay, I drew Monica Whitehead.
Excellent. Oh. I drew Marley Broadhead. I hope that's the right way to spell it.
Here you got, Chloe.
I know, it was kind of hard.
Christy Harvin.
Awesome.
Awesome. Congrats, ladies.
Yeah. So I'll contact all 3 of them and get them in our
A
system.
lot of entries.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was good.
Yeah, we had a really good turnout for that giveaway.
I know. I'm like, who wouldn't love a good little free class pass? Especially a lot of people, they say like, I don't really know what to expect. I don't know if it's for me. So I feel like this is a great way to just kind of get your feet wet, see if it's even for you. Because some people are not group fitness classes, but I love sports growing up. I love that camaraderie, and that's kind of a mix of all the things. So it's a good balance, and all the instructors provide several different modifications, so you don't have to feel like you have to have some type of fitness background at all. It's really not like that. You can come at any level.
Yeah, and it seems like there's really good, like, a friendship type atmosphere there.
Yeah.
Not a competitive spirit.
Right. Like, we do love a good, healthy competition, but for it to be an all women's, a lot of people have been like, what is that like? But people are so good, and I think they're all in that season of life where it's like, I need this for me, and I know that you need this, so I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader, even though, like, I don't even know you, but, like, the fact that you showed up, I'm hustling for you, you know? So, and it is genuine, 100%. And it's like that with all the instructors, too. I have been blessed with the best people who just genuinely love to help women reach their goals. They, you know, like I said, they all work full-time, but this is just a hobby, but it's a very time-consuming hobby. And they've made that commitment. It means the world. And I feel like you can just tell with how they teach and how they interact with everybody that comes in.
That's awesome. Well, I'm
Yeah.
excited for these viewers to get to
Yes.
check it out.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, well, we really appreciate you coming on.
This is awesome that y'all do that. I'm grateful that y'all do this for Texarkana.
Yeah, well, we're excited that you were able to come on here and kind of talk about your passions.
Yeah, thank you.
Chloe and I have to get over there and try a class
Please
too.
do.
I
Yes,
know.
I would love
Question
that.
though.
Yes.
Okay. Is it like a cost per class or like membership situation?
So we have both.
Okay.
So again, we have a lot of people that are in just for the summer. You can buy a class package of like 1 class, 8 class,
Okay,
4 class,
yeah.
or some people do like an unlimited month. That's a different cost of like $55. But then, like I said, after your 30 days, there's no commitment. It's not like something's continuously drafting, which a lot of people have appreciated. Of like, this is just a busier season of life. I won't be there, so you have plenty of options. Like I said.
Good to
We
know.
can get you an 8-class pass and go for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. While I'm here.
Exactly.
I'll do it.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to come see you.
Please
now,
do.
when are your classes?
I know. I'm like all over the place. I do actually 5 a.m. on Tuesdays.
Okay.
And then I teach spin Wednesdays at 5 a.m. and at 4:30. And then I usually do some Saturdays as well at 8:30 to 7:30. So I'm kind of all over the place right now. But we do a booty kicker in the morning. It's super fun if y'all ever wanted to go to
I
that.
might not catch you at the 5 a.m.
Okay or not. I understand. A lot of people though start out and they're like, I will never go to 5 a.m. and then they're at 5 a.m. all the time.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
We might have to drag Chloe out of bed.
You can do it.
Or 4:30 spin. That's a fun one. It
Yeah.
really is good.
It's good afternoon time.
Yeah.
I can make that work.
Perfect. Excellent.
All right. Well, we will see y'all next Monday, 5:30. And I guess Jennifer will be back. Maybe. Maybe not.
Or I'll be back.
Y'all done excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see y'all next